Hi, welcome back to Let's Chat. I'm your host, Nikki Luciano. We are joined again by Missy, Mason, and Destiny. Um, yeah, it's been quite a day here. Wisconsin was actually cooler today. It was probably like 78 degrees today, and it's a nice change. I normally love the summertime. I love the hot weather, but I don't know, lately it's been so humid. Wisconsin is a humid state, and I don't know, it's not pleasant when it gets that hot. It was in the 90s, and the heat index was at like 115 degrees. We all thought we were going to die. And of course, we had to have one of my grandson's birthday parties last Saturday. And we had big, huge industrial fans out in the yard and blowing at us while we were out there because if you had on a lick of makeup, it was melted off your face like frosting on a cake. Um, but yeah, that was my grandson Carter's birthday party last Saturday. He turned 4, and his dad said, "Never again is he having a birthday party." He said, "It sucks." I said, "Welcome to my life. I've had 8 kids, you know." But this weekend, we're having our big family picnic at the park. We rented a pavilion and we're going to have yard games, like tug of war, sack races, 3-legged races, egg on the spoon races. That's just how I roll, I guess. I love the old school games. Um, I'm also going to be bringing dart guns and shooting the hell out of my grandkids. Um, and then the following weekend, next weekend, is my granddaughter Mia's birthday party and Maverick. Today is actually Maverick's birthday, but we're having the party not this weekend, but the following weekend. And then the last weekend of the month, we are having Dallas, my grandson Dallas's birthday party. He's turning 8. So every single weekend in August has been consumed by birthday parties. And I forgot to mention that this weekend's party at the park is because Mason passed his first of 2 national, tests, the national registry tests for becoming an EMT. He did amazingly on the first test. The instructor said that he was the only one that passed the first time.
Out of that class.
Yeah, out of that class. First one to pass on the first attempt. Usually they have to take it at least once. But yeah, I was kind of sad for his classmates because, nobody likes to see anybody fall behind or not pass. I mean, especially when it's by like 1 point or 2 points or something like that. But Mason is exhausted. He's mentally and emotionally drained from taking this test because it's a bitch of a test, let me tell you. He was studying with me and I was like, holy shit, I didn't even remember half of that from when I was a CNA. And, hearing the other nurses talk, you pick up on things and you learn things. But, he's 23 years old and oh my God, he's just running circles around me. Missy, what week are you in your billing and coding program?
It's confusing, but almost 7.5.
So 7.5 weeks.
So it'd be like technically like 8, I guess, because they cram 2 weeks into this one final week, and then like the last week that they like cram in there, you only have 2 days to do the whole week's worth of work.
Okay.
3 days.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. My daughter Haley is also in the program. What week is she in?
15.
So she's 15.
15 and a half.
And the girls are in the medical billing and coding. and Mason's in the EMT program. And when you're done with this, you're going to be going back to your nursing program, right?
Supposed to be.
Okay. Other than that, let's see. We've just received our business cards in the mail today. We sent out for our business cards for the Sixth Sense Paranormal Investigators group that we started. They're pretty sweet looking business cards. I think Missy did a really awesome job.
Mason helped with the image part.
Oh, okay.
Because I was trying to use one image. It wasn't cooperating with me. Mason picked another image and it worked perfectly. So.
Oh. Well, they set them up just beautifully. I love them. What I want to do now is I want to use that image and create our t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, tote bags, get a regular merch line going here. Even tumblers, coffee cups, whatever you want to call it.
Sockets, everything.
Yeah.
Once we find the right company.
Yeah. It's too hard to do phone cases because too many people have different phones. So it's too bad that you can't get something that's just like universal.
Yeah, just gonna do a decal so you can sticker it on their phone.
Yeah, there you go. We should do stickers and window stickers for vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I've been getting lots of feedback from you people in the audience, messaging me, telling me that you like the images that we've been posting and talking about ghost stories and stuff like that. I know this isn't my Supernatural Sunday show, but I still like talking about it. I can't talk about it enough. I probably drive everybody crazy with it, but that's the breaks, baby cakes. I'd like to send a shout out to Go Get 'em Paranormal, to Shug, and who else is there? Huh? Oh yeah, Nugget and Faja and Mumsy. That's their paranormal investigator names. But I was watching some of their shows the other night, and they are amazing. I hope someday to be even half as good as they are. She just has a way about her, Shug. Mm-hmm. She is just a natural personality. She's loud, she's bold, she's proud, and she just gets it out there. There's people sitting on her podcast 15, 20 minutes before it even starts waiting for her, on her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
She's just amazing. We should all take pointers from her. Another thing that I like about her is she tells everybody, no drama, nothing but positivity. I mean, she spreads just such good vibes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
A really awesome person. I hope to collaborate with her and go on a couple of investigations with her. Mm-hmm. She's from Appleton, though, so that's a whopadilly of a cruise. Really? How far away is it? Really? Well, hell, an hour. I drive that to get a good candy bar,
Right. Well, hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, an hour and 45 minutes?
Okay.
Still.
For ice cream, too.
I don't like listening to people complain about how far something is to drive. It's driving. It's not like you're lifting boxes.
I mean, driving can be mentally draining on you.
If you're in that mindset.
I'd rather be the driver than the passenger, though.
True.
Yeah. Well, like Dad bitches, pisses, and moans the whole time that he's driving. He's like, oh, how much longer is this, Mm-hmm. It's like, Christ, you're not carrying bales of hay up a ladder.
Oh,
if I'm like tired and then I drive, then I'm like, you better have some good music on to keep me going, because
I love driving.
Yeah. Somebody said hey in the comments.
Who's somebody?
Look, ZZZ.
Yeah.
Okay, hi, Blick.
Like,
Anyone hear about bugs?
Yeah, Mason was painting a fence the other day at the farm, and they've got shoulder height grass there that he's standing in, trying to paint this fence.
Well, it's plants that aren't even known to mankind. I don't even know what they are.
Ginormous spiders and God knows what else is out there.
Prickly plants.
Snakes. I mean, it is Wisconsin. They're not poisonous.
See those spiders.
They're not poisonous snakes, but
I don't think snakes have borders.
no, they're not like, oh, can't go past here.
Yeah.
I'm poisonous.
all I know is if it
I'm illegal up here.
crawls, creeps, slithers, climbs, jumps, hops, skips, dances, I don't want it near me.
Just today I had at least 4 grasshoppers on my legs.
Oh, I would have died. I hate that shit.
So Wisconsin has 2 species of venomous snakes.
Mm-hmm.
But not around Waukesha County.
There's also not supposed to be bears wandering around our area.
Or
But there
coyotes, but we got them. Yeah, we had quite a few bear reports recently. And
Within 15 minutes of our house.
yeah, within 15 minutes of my house. Do you know how long it would take a bear to get here? Not long at all.
So they're not far from us in southwestern Wisconsin.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Timber rattlers and
Copperheads, don't we have copperheads? Some strange named snake, yes. Okay.
Yeah, the eastern Massachusetts, whatever, and the timber rattler is what we have out here that are poisonous.
You're going to have to bear with me. I'm extremely talkative today. I started these new vitamins that I thought I'd try. They're supposed to help with all kinds of things. Energy, weight loss, what else? I forgot what else. It's supposed to clear your mind, all kinds of things. It's not working. But basically, you're supposed to take 4 of these a day. They are, Wayne, bring me that bottle of vitamins. They're on the top part of the breakfast bar.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, never mind. I know what they are. They're seaweed, and they've got all kinds of stuff in it, and it's supposed to help you out. I have not stopped talking since I started taking them this morning, and I drank 3 bottles of water today, which is a miracle for me because I'm not big on drinking water. Thanks, dear. Well, number one, I have been peeing more than a pregnant woman today. Every 15 minutes, I'm in the bathroom. We're going to have to take stock in that toilet paper company. But it's Irish sea moss, and I do have more energy. I cleaned my entire living room today, and I mean, that was a big task because I was rearranging and trying to get the treadmill set up and all kinds of shit because I wanted the treadmill right where I could watch TV and get things done. So I'm on this new kick, and I'm really digging these Irish sea moss vitamins. It says it's got bladder wrack and oh, God bless you, burdock root.
There's your problem. It's got bladder rack in it. It's racking your bladder.
That it's doing. Missy, I can't see to tell them what it all does.
Immune support, anti-aging properties, and thyroid function.
Yeah. And I saw somebody recommending it on one of their reels on Facebook, talking about the benefits of it and stuff. It's good for your skin. It's good for your hair. It's good for your everything. Good for what ails you, as my grandma Rose used to say. And like I said, it's made me talk and talk and talk since I took the damn things.
Take them away.
Mason says, take them away. I will kick you. But I did have a lot more energy today after taking them. So I think I'm going to keep it up and, finish the bottle off and see how I do. And who knows, I may build a new house by next weekend. Paint the fence at the farm? No, I don't like painting fences.
Neither do I.
Well, what else do they have you do there? I heard you were cleaning stalls. And
Stalls.
you sound dead tonight.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Not everybody got some of these. Would you like some Irish?
He can't. He's taking the. You can't take it if you're taking any kind of prescription medication, and he takes his blood pressure medication. I have to be so careful with Wayne, my husband, and Mason because they're on these blood pressure pills, and they can't have grapefruit, they can't have bananas, they can't take regular cough medicine, they can't.
Serving size is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only took 3. I only took 3, and I was whipping through the house like a crazy woman.
I was full of puke if I had to take 4.
I don't know. I don't know if there's crack in there or what, but I've been lit all day. And plus drinking the water and everything. I mean, it just made me feel better. I like drinking soda during the day. Something about the fizz, you know? But I don't like carbonated water.
Yeah, I don't like the NutraSweetie
No,
aftertaste of it.
You drink Code Red. You don't have standards.
not me. That he's talking to Missy.
You
I
drink Coke.
Yeah, that's like drinking motor
Yeah, you can
oil.
literally get rust off a penny.
Okay.
You clean your tools with those.
Yeah.
You clean your toilet with it too. Watch
You drink
TikTok.
Code Red. That's literally hyperglycemic shock in a bottle.
But it doesn't have that weird bitter aftertaste.
It's because you have to be brain dead to drink it.
See, there you go. Perfect for me.
I know.
I think I'm struggling in school. Oh.
Don't you feel the love? Do you feel the love in the room, people?
Hey, they chimed in.
Sibling rivalry at its finest.
It's not a rivalry. It's like poking fun at each other.
Also September 20th.
With these 3, us 3, we know how to take each other.
Yeah. Also September 24th, we're having a baby shower for Missy.
Are we still doing Halloween themed? Because I got so many ideas.
It's,
Halloween in September.
Yeah.
no, it's the end of September.
End of
End of September.
So she's due. I'm gonna have her in October. I don't want a cutesy baby shower this time. It's my last one. I don't want a cutesy
Yeah,
one.
you're the only person I know that's had a baby shower for almost every kid they've had.
You celebrate everything that happens.
I don't.
Oh, good for you.
You put a Band-Aid on it and you say, oops.
I like to celebrate. I didn't have one for Maverick.
No, you didn't. That's right. Okay, 1 out of 5.
6.
Well, now, yeah, 1 out of 6 with
Yeah.
this one.
I would have had one for him too, if it wasn't for other people. So, I like to celebrate them. Every baby deserves to be celebrated.
So, did you see
No.
the picture that Dad shared with us where Vinny took Nash to the car show the other day and entered these drawings? This kid came home with a haul. He won a bike. He won 2 bike helmets. He won a big, huge Lego set. He won,
Pool floaties.
yeah, pool floaties.
A huge gift basket just full of stuff. You couldn't even see what was all in there.
And a bath towel. I mean, a beach towel.
Yeah.
And,
One of the ride-on pool floaty things.
oh, yeah, a ride-on pool floaty thing and all kinds of shit. I mean, this kid just had Christmas in August.
Yeah. I know, Dad was like, Missy's taking her kids there next year. I will.
But the thing, he's just a tiny tot, and he's got this 18-inch bike that he won't be
Yeah.
able to ride for a couple of years, you know?
We'll grow into it eventually, hopefully.
Yeah. I have been to, 3 car shows this year? And I'm done with them. I like going to the ones where you win trophies and shit like that. That's the only reason I go to car shows is because I'm competitive. I like to, bring my car and try to win.
Mm-hmm. Well, help us compete. We got to get Delilah ready.
No, if I'm not competing myself, I don't like doing it. I'll help her, I'll coach her with the routines and shit, but
She's got nationals going up in Nervous but excited.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She's never usually nervous or excited. Well, she's excited, but never nervous.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the age she's starting to like, but she wants to get out there and like try new things, and she wants to do talent, and she wants to do this. And
She's
she
got to
wants
get a
do
talent
that.
Got
first.
talent.
I mean,
Yeah.
Do you really want to have one of those kids though?
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
well, there's one team that wants Delilah to audition for joining their team, and then it comes with, you know, coaches and hair and makeup and all that nine. They travel to the pageants with you, help you, you know, get your kid ready.
How
do
much
all
is that going to
stuff.
cost you?
I don't know. She has to audition and make the team first before they start talking about prices.
Well,
I get prices first.
Yeah.
yeah, I get prices first because I don't want my kid disappointed if I can't afford it, you know?
Yeah.
I know when you were doing pageants and modeling and doing gymnastics and everything else, we were going through the money, you know? That shit's expensive because I got you private dance lessons.
Yeah. She has, well, where did we go?
Well, you talk about it. I'm going to go and visit the other room for a second while you guys talk. So talk about Delilah.
I forgot what festival. Literally everybody left me. But I'll just talk to the desk, my desk. I forgot what festivals we went to, but there was a taekwondo place there.
Mm.
And Delilah walked up, and they were getting ready to pack up, and Delilah walked up, and she's just looking, because anything that has that, like, spin the wheel thing, Delilah's game. She is there. She wants to spin the wheel. She wants to win something. Well, and she's like, well, can I spin the wheel? And they're like, yeah, sure. They're, like, super excited. Well, she won, I think it was, like, a year of free lessons through this thing, and then Maverick spun, and he got, like, a month. But they're just grouping them together and giving them like a discount thing for whatever we sign them up for.
Mm-hmm.
But they just texted me today and wanted to know like when I wanted to get them going in on it and whatever. But I don't know. I'm gonna start pricing out like taekwondo. I don't know if taekwondo is the best option for Maverick right now because he already thinks he's a ninja.
Mm.
So I don't know if that's just gonna fuel the monster.
Well, you have to teach him that it's used for this purpose.
And I mean,
only.
eventually he'll get it because right now he'll walk up and, you know, karate chop Delilah, and he doesn't like it when I do the leg sweep out from underneath him. I'm like, I'm a ninja too. Like, you gonna fight? I'm a ninja too. Let's go.
I'll tell you, I was bored today, and I was cleaning and rearranging. And I went on Hulu and I started watching Super Nanny. And I would love to be able to tell everybody that I really think more parents should watch it. You know, she's a stickler for good, you know, kids, well-behaved kids. She does not like naughty, sassy, bratty kids. And I'm right there on the same page with her, you know.
Mm.
And I sit there and I watch, and even for my own grandkids, I sit there and I'm like taking in these pointers. And, you know, one very important thing that she discusses is kids need a regimen during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just a morning routine and then later in the day a routine. You know, you can't have constant chaos, just, you know, kids running amok.
And I've noticed that, like, with my kids, like, when Delilah was in school, and I'd have to get Maverick and Lyric up, you know, it was a schedule every morning. Like, they got up at exactly this time. We did exactly this at exactly this time. We were walking out the door, coming back. Like, they both laid down for naps. They both, you know, there wasn't so much chaos throughout the day. And then going to pick up Delilah, then getting ready for dinner, then bed, and
well, versus like today, Delilah's not in school, it's summer vacation. And you were on the phone with me for a few minutes there, and Lyric was trying to sleep.
Well, she needed a nap, but she's lyric.
Yeah, but
She's
then you
fighting
got
it right now.
then you've got Delilah and Maverick sitting there. That's my toy. Give it back to me, Mom. He's got my toy.
Yeah.
It's my toy. You know.
Yeah. Well, today Maverick was just running around screaming, "Happy to me! Happy to me!"
Oh,
Happy
because it's
birthday
his
to
birthday.
me.
Yeah.
Every time my phone rang today, could have been a bill collector. Happy to me. Oh, Maverick just told him so many times today I was taking his birthday away. You're not having a birthday no more.
She also threatens to take his legs away if he doesn't sit down.
Yeah, my couch is not a trampoline. That is one of my biggest pet peeves is kids standing on couches or jumping on couches.
I want to see you collect on that threat. How are you going to take his legs away?
So he does listen because he walked up and they're playing whatever, and he smacked Delilah in the stomach. Tanner said that he was going to tape his hands together. Maverick walks up. He goes, "No, I tape your hands to your mouth, and then you can't talk to me." Maverick, stop.
Don't you love how parents make these threats? You know, I used to have very colorful threats for my kids. You know, sit down, or I'm going to break your effing legs off and beat you in the head with them. You know, I told him I was going to play him like a tom tom.
I told Maverick I was going to roll him up in a ball and tape him up and use him as a bowling ball.
I used to tell you kids that I was going to put you in a box and ship you to Guam.
Don't put that on us. We don't want your kids.
I have to move to another state, though.
Yeah.
Other states, it's 7 years.
But, we all threaten our kids, but let somebody mess with one of our children and a whole new beast comes out.
But getting back on like the discipline and stuff, like I noticed like today, they were just they weren't bad. They have a lot of energy, and they're kids. They have energy.
Mm-hmm. Haley took her kids to the park. No, it was you that took your kids to the park today.
Haley.
Oh, it was Haley. Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew it was one of them. I can't.
We went outside and we made elephant bubbles, and then we did that science experiment where you take a plate full of milk and you put food coloring on it, and then you take a Q-tip and you have dish soap on it, and then you dip it in there, and the color spreads out really cool.
Okay, what's the purpose of that?
To watch the colors spread out.
Watch the colors spread out, and the kids can
entertains kids in Missy's childhood mind.
Yep. And you teach the kids that like the milk and the food coloring are having a reaction to the dish soap that's being put in there, and they have control over like what colors they get to move and things like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're outside, they're having fun, they weren't fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, Maverick almost died, but
why?
Because you have to take a water bottle and you put a sock over it, and then you dip it in the dishwater concoction that you make up. Well, he put his mouth on the bottle too soon, and so he put his mouth on the bottle and then inhaled. So all the dishwater soap just sprayed into his mouth, and he swallowed it. So he's literally running around.
Well, we don't have to worry about a laxative this week.
He's literally running around the yard. I'm choking. Well, you're talking, so you're not choking, but and he goes, "I'm sick." Well, yeah, you just drank a gallon of freaking dishwater.
I wouldn't say dishwater.
Well, okay,
just soap water. It makes it sound like you brought out your dirty dishes with your water.
I mean, that would
No,
but
but Haley took her kids outside today to the park and let them run around and be animals. She brought them home, and they were so crabby and so ornery and so mean, and I just don't understand it. I used to take you guys to the park, and you'd fall asleep in the car.
Yeah.
Same with when we went to the zoo. She took her kids to the zoo this week, and they fought on the way home. You guys were like
they were
unconscious
unbuckling on Highway 100.
Yeah. My kids fall asleep right because I make them get out and walk.
Yeah.
They walk.
Well, even the ones in the stroller and in the wagon that weren't walking would fall asleep from all the fresh air and all the activities. And
my kids have always been like narcoleptic. As soon as they get in the car, they're like,
They get that from
Mostly.
me.
Yeah, and me.
That's why I can't be the driver when we go on these long adventures, because
So I don't remember.
after a
driving
half
sometimes.
hour in the
Oh.
car, I am asleep.
Mhm. So like she should sit in the back and somebody else lively should sit up front because
I'll
Hey,
kick
somebody
you. It's my
keep me-
car.
yeah. Well, I mean, do you want me to fall asleep with you? Keep me going. No, like we came in from outside, and then Tanner started on dinner. I went and got the last bit of stuff that we needed for dinner from the store. I went and got the kids their own like personal cupcakes for Maverick's birthday.
Yeah.
We were sitting down eating and getting ready for the cupcake, and
Now, getting back to the discipline stuff, what I can't believe is there's so many episodes. So there's all these parents that are coming forth and admitting that they don't know what the hell they're doing with these kids, you know, or where they went wrong or what they're lacking. But you know, I like how Joe or JoJo or whatever her name is will go into the family home and just sit there as an observer at first. You know, the first night she's just an observer, and she's like, you can see the expressions on her face. You know, here's little Bobby climbing across the counter, touching food on the hot cookie sheet and stuff like that, and the mom's like, Bobby, please get down. Bobby don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, that's kind of the way Nanny Joe talks to him too. She's more like there's a little bit of sternness in it, but she never raises her voice.
Yeah,
You
I
can tell
don't
she
understand that.
also wants to throat punch every one of those kids.
Oh,
and
for
their
sure.
parents.
Because I came across a video today of the nanny, and it was this one kid that no matter where the mom took the kid, he was off running in front of cars, down the street, going this way.
Yeah.
Finally, JoJo, whatever her name is, like she's like, I've had enough. And like she like actually like grabbed the kid and was like, do you understand? Like there's only a certain amount of times that she's ever raised her voice, and you're just like,
well, I sit here and I watch all of my grandchildren running around the yard amok. It's like walking into a Milwaukee County Zoo and unlatching all the animal cages and letting them, you know, run wild. And like I see Haley. Haley has 3 kids. My daughter Haley has 3 kids. And I'm not signaling her out. I'm using her as an example. They're 3 boys, and they're all 3 running in different directions, doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And she's trying to catch them all, you know. And Coda's a little pecker, man. He plays her so hardcore. He goes up the hill and takes off towards the road, and she's like, get back here now and give me that stick. And she's chasing him, and he's like, ha ha, bitch, you know. And he's just gone. I stand up and I said, get over here now. And boom, he's over there. As soon as he sees that I get up, I tell my kids and the grandkids, if I have to get up, your ass is grass and I'm the lawn boy. And then yesterday, she's trying to make him sit. He wouldn't sit. I stood up. I just give him that look, the mom look, you know. And it's all in the deliverance of how you tell somebody something. You know, if you're like, Bobby, please sit down, Bobby. That's white noise to kids. But if they think they're about to get their ass whooped, there's
then like that
whole change of heart.
At Carter's birthday party, every time she turned around to like get one of the other boys, Dalton would like climb up on a chair, and it was dangerous because he doesn't understand like those chairs are tippy, he's gonna fall. So she's like trying to hold Dalton, and then she was trying to put Coda on a timeout, and she's like, get in the chair, and he wouldn't sit. Finally, I just stood up and I put him in the chair, and he just looked at me like, oh God. Like, now you're gonna sit. Like, your mom shouldn't have to wrestle 2 children at once. Like, physically wrestling both of you.
But none of my grandchildren are saints.
No.
They all work their parents in magical ways that You know, I can see the fairy dust, you know, because there's so much magic. You know, they wait until their mom's not looking or their dad's not looking, and bam, the next guy gets punched in the face,
Yep.
you know. And throwing dirt at each other and throwing sand in each other's faces, and Jesus Christ, who let the animals out, you know?
Yep. The other day, Delilah and Maverick were fighting in the backseat of the car. We were going to the store. I said, good. Now you're sitting in the car with me when Dad's going into the store by himself.
Yeah.
And we sit in the car.
Huh.
No, I'll be good. I'll be good. You should have been good. I was like, I was going to let you pick out an ice cream treat. Well, you should have told us. No, you should have just been
no.
good.
No, I don't have to bribe you.
Nope.
And remember when you guys went into stores? You got the spiel before I even unbuckled you. And that was another thing. Y'all didn't unbuckle yourselves. You waited until I unbuckled you, until you got to a certain age. But I told you, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing, don't cry, don't fuss, or your ass is mine. You walked like nice little ducks in a row behind me. There was none of this, I want to go in the cart, I want to go in the cart. The youngest went in the cart.
Yep.
You know?
Sometimes I'll put all three in the cart and I give them a thing of strawberries and I say, go for it.
Mm,
Or grapes. But I mean, they're in the cart and they're quiet.
yeah.
They're not touching nothing. They're not talking about nothing. They're not asking for nothing. They're eating their strawberries or their grapes. They're good.
Yeah, well, I really like this super nanny because she has the same mindset. You're in public, you act like you're in public.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at home in your own backyard, play.
Yeah.
You know, today on today's episode, there was a little 3-year-old boy, and he was the youngest of 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
He would walk out the front door unnoticed.
Yeah.
And go down the street.
Yeah,
he was
wander the
walking
neighborhood.
across the street and everything. And JoJo's just like, what the hell? You know, mom's oblivious. She had to tell mom to put a chain way up high on the door, you know, and to get these kids wrangled in before you are mourning your child.
Maverick opened up that front door once and ran into the garage. Now we have a deadbolt up above mine and Tanner's head up there.
That's the way it should be. And while she was putting the chain on, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you have no other door in the house?
Yeah.
And the kid can't drag a chair?
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to your kids. If you got more kids than you can pay attention to, it's time to return a few.
Yep. Yeah.
I cannot stand bratty kids.
Mm-hmm.
If I go into a restaurant to sit down and eat and your kid is standing up on the booth, looking over the booth into my booth, you're in my bubble, baby. I'm going to pop your child. I really am. I'm going to smack him right in his face. Or I'll beat your mom. Because I don't play with that shit. I understand kids being kids, but kids have to be brought up. You know, you got to run a tight ship or those kids are just going to go crazy. Mm-hmm. Never once did you kids run out into the street. Never once did you turn around in a booth in a restaurant or go running back and forth while other people are trying to eat and standing there staring at people and shit. No, that did not fly. It would not even float.
Well, even with like Lyric, she's only 18 months old.
Mm-hmm.
But she's sitting in the high chair at the end of the table. And she'll, look at other people. And I'll tap her on the shoulder. No, your family's right here.
Yeah.
Food's right here. Don't be rude. Nobody wants people staring at them. Like the whole thing. Like, nope, over here, And people are like, oh, no, she's fine. No, she's not. I understand she's not bothering you right now. But this is my child, my rules. If I don't want her staring at you, she's not going to be staring at you.
I can't even count how many times people would stop by our table. Now, I had a minimum of 4 kids at the table at the same time because I have so many of them. I had to take them in shifts. But old people would stop by and they're like, you have such well-behaved children. And I was like, well, thank you, and I was very courteous to them and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell them. I won't tolerate them
Yeah.
acting like fools.
There's this one restaurant we'll go to once in a while, and the kids love going there. But there's always this old lady there. Every single time we're there, she is there. And every single time she comes up and she acts like she's never like seen us before.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh my God, I just have to tell you how well behaved your kids are," and blah, 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 blah. And then she asks them if they have piggy banks
Mm-hmm.
every single time. And then she'll usually give them like a quarter or $1 or something. And kids think it's the coolest thing ever. And, you know, we try to tell her, like, no, you don't have to do this. But, I mean, it's for
Return the favor someday, and the next time you're in there, buy her, you know, take her.
We bought her
Yeah.
meals and stuff because we don't know her full situation. So it's like.
I give Desi heart attacks sometimes because we'll be at Taco Bell in line and we'll be paying for our food. And I'm like, I asked the lady, the cashier, I'm like, I don't mean to be a Budinsky or anything, but how much is the guy's order behind us?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, it comes out to $4.82 or something like that. And I'm like, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, you're so nice, you know? And I just believe in paying it forward. And, you know, hopefully my kids learn that. And it could be a better world if you just teach them.
Yeah. I did that. It was like the end of the school year. I was at Starbucks and there was a cop behind me.
Yeah.
And she was in line and just sitting there waiting. I'm like, well, how much is the order behind me? And she's like, oh, it's like $4 or $5 something, whatever. I was like, oh, I'll buy her coffee too.
Yeah.
This cop acted like that was like the biggest thing that anybody's ever done for them. She's beeping her horn and waving and screaming out the window, "Thank you so much for the coffee!" And just like super excited. Like I don't know if it was like
people don't do nice stuff for cops,
especially cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was just I don't know if it was like the beginning of her shift, the end of her shift, whatever. But I mean, she just had this smile that lit up the whole inside of that squad. She was just so excited about her one little cup of coffee.
You know, a lot of people don't do things for cops, but a lot of cops don't do things they used to either. Like I remember when we were living in Muskego, the cops would drive by and they'd have baseball cards and they'd hand them out and, you know, stickers and stuff like that because they wanted to build a rapport with the kids, not only to be Mr. Nice Guy and that you can trust a cop, but also to find out, oh, you're little Bobby Brown and you hang out with Sammy Smith over there. And, you know, so they know who's who in what circle.
They still do that out by me. Because the kids are outside, they'll wave down the cop, like they'll just wave at the cop.
Uh-huh.
And 9 times out of 10, the cop will stop and give them like the sticker badges and, you know, like whatever they have on hand because it doesn't really like they haven't really had the funding for like that extra stuff anymore. But then they'll sit there and talk to them. And, you know, one time recently, because Delilah just learned how to ride a bike or the 2-wheeler. And the cop stopped and he's like, well, you guys having a fun summer and blah, blah. And Delilah's like, yeah, I can ride a 2-wheeler now. He goes, well, you have to show me now. You can't just tell me about this.
See, that's awesome. I love that.
But it's like literally every cop out by us. They always, every festival there is, every church festival, any type of thing, the cops are there with a stand and they let the kids climb all in the cop car and do this.
Eagles for like jamming on Janesville and stuff like that. There's the cops out there, the firefighters.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the firefighters are usually working and collecting donations in a booth.
But they also have the fire trucks out there.
Yeah. And then we went to fireworks in Waukesha, you know, for 4th of July. Because it was like kitty corner from our house and walked over there and Delilah's like, wait, there's girl cops too? I was like, you've seen girl cops before. Don't, you know, sit here playing stupid. She goes, well, can I go shake her hand?
Oh, wow.
Go ahead. You know, and they gave her this like light up bracelet thing. And then the cop took her, you know, like walked with her. And she's like, oh, you got to come with me, guys. And took us over by the fire truck. And because they were blocking intersections and stuff like that with the fire trucks and cop cars. and walked us over by the fire truck, and she's like, "Here's a female firefighter too."
Yeah.
And Delilah's like, "Well, can I shake your hand?" You know, because of COVID, you never know like who,
Yeah.
whatever. So Delilah, you know, shook her hand, and she's like, "My uncle's a firefighter." So my uncle's on the fire department, and they're like, "Oh yeah, which one?" And she goes, "I don't know. He's just a firefighter." Okay. But then they even like let him, you know, Maverick and Delilah up in the fire truck, and they, you know, put the gear on them and all this other stuff. And that's not what they were there for. They were there for like traffic control.
Well, there are
But-
some police officers that, like, you see it on TV and you see it on Facebook and stuff like that. I don't see it in our neighborhood. Like, if there's people out, you know, kids out playing basketball or something, or dancing to music, you know, the cop will come and, you know, kind of stand there and observe, and he'll get into it and
Yeah.
either throw a couple, you know, baskets, or, you know, show his moves for dancing and stuff. I think that if police officers would do more of that,
Yeah.
you know, hit the deflate button a little bit.
Well, I know out by like Delilah's school, if a cop drives by and he sees the kids out for recess,
Yeah.
I've seen it because I can see Delilah's school from my house, and we're outside most of the time. The cop will pull up and he'll just get out, or he, she, whatever, will get out and start climbing the equipment with the kids and just out there running around and playing with these elementary
Isn't that
school
what my
kids.
tax dollars are paying for?
Yeah.
Get to work.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have to worry about, you know, Karen being out there. Oh, is he on those monkey bars with his gun?
Uh-huh.
Keep talking.
Don't skip
You'll
up
see it.
slide.
You're not going to get in front of him.
Yeah, Desi said, don't skip him on the slide. That was sweet.
But
No,
I mean,
I
it was
really
cool to see
do
'em.
think that they should, you know, like for every different age group, build some kind of a rapport.
Yep.
Where kids aren't like, oh, fucking pigs, you know, that kind of shit.
And then even like out by us, if you have a lemonade stand and a cop drives by, he's gonna get lemonade.
Yeah.
Regardless if he wants it or not. And this last time we had a lemonade stand, the cop pulled up, gave her $2, and she's like, "Okay, do you want pink lemonade or regular lemonade?" He goes, "No, that's for you."
Yeah, usually if I see a lemonade stand, I'll give them money. It's like, I don't want your trashy lemonade.
Yeah, you know.
You say that?
No.
No.
I'm not a horrible human
No, we just tell
in
him.
public.
Yeah.
Here's money. I don't want your trashy
Yeah, like,
lemonade.
I don't want your toilet water,
Yeah.
but here's money.
Um,
Yeah, they see you out here doing that, then run in the
Exactly.
streets.
Yeah, because there's like two little girls that live up the block from me, and when it's nice out, they'll set up a table and they're making those like rubber band bracelet things.
The
Oh, wow.
bracelets.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even think that was still a thing anymore, but
It's
so
well,
you know,
can still buy them.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, for 5-year-olds, it's probably still a.
I actually went online and ordered a latch hook rug. It's to create a
Mhm.
pillow, and it's got kittens on it. And I thought I'd make that for Destiny because she loves cats.
Yeah.
But because I miss having, you know, taking 2 hours and working on something for
Yeah,
myself.
we brought
Yeah.
one home from Petco the other day. PetSmart.
Destiny would bring home every
Carl.
stray,
It's only $40
every adoptable animal. She would bring it home.
Carl was only $40.
Yeah.
Or 80 for a kitten.
80 for the, yeah.
No.
But what were their names?
Get in my bag.
Randall and Sully.
Yeah.
Oh.
But one got adopted and the other one didn't.
I was gonna
You
get it.
can't split them up.
I know, especially Randall and Sully. Granted, they're enemies in the movie, but
Destiny had to have these 2 kittens from Hawes, which is the Humane Animal Welfare Society, and they were brother and sister, Milo and Maya, and
they had weird names.
they had really weird names there, but that's what she named
One
them.
was like Pumpkin Spice.
And butterscotch.
Pumpkin and Butterscotch was their names at the Humane Society. I told her she was going to get one. She wanted Milo, the boy, and he was neutered and everything. And I'm all about rescuing animals and stuff. And I was going to get the female, which was the white one with the orange patches on it, you know, in different spots. she had to have it. So, I mean, I was even going out in the car and digging change out of the car to find enough money to get her these cats because they're not cheap. You know, you'd think that in a humane society or something like that, or a shelter, that they'd be affordable so that you can just, yeah, I'll take a cat, you know, $50, give me a
Almost
cat.
$200 a cat.
Yeah. But so anyway, we get the cats home. She goes, no, they're both mine. And she runs to her room with these cats. And I never, you know, got to hold the cat again. But
You also told her that you can, like, we can get both. And the girl will be mine, but you're going to take care of her.
nuh-uh.
She was gonna get you the boy cat, and Mom was gonna get the girl cat, and I got to take care of them. It's like no.
Oh. I ended up with Grayson.
Yeah.
$225.
Yeah, $225 for a cat. You know, I could have one custom made for that.
Right.
Anyways, okay. Anybody have any other news they want to bring forth here tonight? Because otherwise I'm going to get going because I'm still feeling those vitamins, baby.
No, not that I can think of.
No.
For everybody that has joined us tonight, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and I hope we kept you entertained a little bit. If nothing else, made you feel better about your life because of how weird we are. And for those of you that are going to tune in later, thank you for tuning in also. Please tune in on Sunday at 3 p.m. No, wait. That's another announcement we have to make. We are moving our Supernatural Sunday to what time? Nope, that's too late for Missy. Nope, that's too early. I thought it was
pick a
like
time.
7. I thought it was like 7. We agreed on 7. All right, 7 p.m. Sundays, Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern time. No,
Central.
not Eastern. Where am I? I'm in New York
Should
right
I
now.
take over?
Take over.
8
I was
o'clock.
kidding.
No, that's way too late. 7 o'clock it is.
Join us Sunday for Supernatural Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're in Wisconsin, so it's Central for our Supernatural Sunday, and we will see you then. Have a good night. Take care of each other. Love each other. Be kind. Spread peace, and have a great night.